My people, my Biafran people. Now, how on a day? How on a day today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This one, na Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa, Simon and Joko, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. Oh my God, have mercy. My people, today, I want to present to you again our brother, the Biafran golden child. He was once a baby during the war, but now he's an elder, speaking truth to power. Today, this guy will tell us, the Biafran golden child will tell us how they killed his mom during the war, how the Nigerian soldier, we know it is the Fulani killer headsmen dressed in Nigerian military uniform now. But during that time, they call them Nigerian soldiers. Because to call a spade, I've never seen where the Igbo or Yoruba soldier go around burning houses, go around breaking down shops because they are selling alcohol. I have never seen it. Even in terms of raping our women and children, our Igbo and Yoruba soldiers, when they for Nigerian army, to an extent, they are different. I'm not here to exonerate them. I'm saying to an extent. We know their trademark. They are not the type when go, they burn house down, them look for somebody, they not find the person, they can't see whether they drink beer. They, because of the anger of not seeing the person, they will go to the restaurant, they will go to the bar, they will go to the nightclub, they will burn down the nightclub because they are selling alcohol there. To an extent, that's not the culture of the Igbo and Yoruba soldiers in that zoo military. We know those who are responsible. It is the Fulani killer headsmen dressed in Nigerian military uniform. Those they said they have repented during the Biafran war. I can assure you they did the same thing. They opened the borders in the north and they brought them in. They told them to welcome, come in and go and fight the Biafrans. Now I know what they did. In this story, this our brother Biafra golden child, this one touched me, but I said I will put it out because he made the audio and he kept it real. And I said, why not? We can put it out. He spoke on how the Nigerian soldiers, they killed his mom and sadly they raped his sister during the Biafran war. He also revealed something that they were doing to Biafran soldiers or people when be civilians. If you were a male and you were a civilian, when the Nigerian soldier them catch you, you see, this is why I said sometimes we must tap from the wisdom of our elders. Those that were there during the war, we must learn to tap from their knowledge, tap from the wisdom to get a holistic, information. That historical background, it matters. He revealed something to me I never knew. He said most of the Biafran soldiers, or just people that when wear ordinary clothes, which is the civilians, when the zoo soldiers catch them, they cut off 2 fingers from their hand. The first one is the trigger finger, and the second finger next to the trigger finger. They cut them off so that you cannot pull a gun or use cutlass. If you remember, some of our elders, they were losing 2 fingers. I know of an uncle that lost 2 fingers, and I was wondering, this looks a bit strange. I was a young boy then. When I'm playing with his hands, 2 fingers were missing. Now when our brother, the Biafran golden child, revealed this thing in this information, I was touched. I want you to hear what he said. This is touching. We need the information. We need to have a first-hand account of what happened during the Biafran War. So, ladies and gentlemen, my Biafran people, I present to you the Biafran golden child. Listen to his information. It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. Listen. Check it out.
Once again, I thank the Biafra Superstar Media for giving me this unique opportunity to, express my grievance, which have been bottled up inside me for so many years. Yes, I have really, really uh, suffered all these years, and this opportunity to express how it is inside me is giving me what might be called an emotional release. Yes, in the first instance, I started my discussions yesterday, and I talked about the plight of the Igbo man, the plight of the Igbo man, and I mentioned very vividly that the Igbo man has really suffered in the hands of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria, especially in the hands of the House of Fulani, the hands of the Yoruba, and even betrayals from our brothers within the eastern region, the Niger Delta region, and all that. Because unfortunately, during the Biafra War, the government of Nigeria polluted the minds of our brothers in the Niger Delta region. I mean, our brothers like the River State people, the Bayelsa people, the Delta people, aspects of Edo people. They were brainwashed to think that we were enemies and that we wanted to subjugate them. They all, were told that every Igbo man you see was out to dominate you. When they fight for Biafra and they get Biafra, they will turn you to their slaves. And so that is why we see people from rivers, our own brothers, our kith and kin, who answer our names, who bear our ancestry. They will now come up and say, "No, I'm not Igbo, but you're answering Igbo names. I don't have anything to do with Igbo. I'm not. We came from XYZ, we came from there." This was because the Nigerian government at that point had actually, you know, given them massive indoctrinations, that created a lot of suspicions in their mind. Yeah, but that notwithstanding, the truth of the matter is that what Nigeria did to Igbo land and to the Eastern people was is still a matter that even the world court, even the world court should adjudicate upon. These people caused so much death, wickedness to our people. My mother was brutally murdered. Brutally. My mother's sister, who was pregnant, her tummy was cut open as if they were trying to carry out biological experiments. You know, young girls were raped, massively raped by wicked people who had no sense of humanity in them. Schools were invaded upon, girls' schools, and they raped even from teacher down to the last student. And when they thought they had had their fun enough, they killed most of these people. They dissected them. It was a frenzy, like an orgy. Finished with them and cut them to bits. You see, like when we see the current Boko Haram videos now, how they are so excited to kill, to maim, and to destroy. That was exactly what the Nigerian people did to Ebola. And so the men weren't left out. They were either killed, assassinated, or they had their fingers decimated. Two fingers would be cut off from their hands so that they won't be able to handle guns or even the machete anymore. Machete. They couldn't go to farms. They made our men useless. And so it's anybody who is clamoring for one Nigeria at this point, anybody who is still, any Easterner who still believes that Nigeria should be one is actually, he has forgotten his history. He has forgotten his background. Our people were brutally murdered, decimated, as if they wanted to wipe the Igbo man out of history. But to God be the glory. We are survivors. We are survivors. And the Igbo man has shown that, dynamic. He's dynamic. He's self, developing, and that is like a cat with 9 lives. We have survived. The intention was to decimate us from that the population of Igbo from the history of the world, not just Nigeria, the world. But I thank God that today we have survived, and they are looking at us with envy and jealousy, believing that how did these people survive all this way? There was nothing they didn't do us, including bringing up government policies to finally nail the graves or nail the coffins. I mean, when Chief of Buffalo, who was Minister for Finance then, he was in charge of finance, advised uh, General Gowon, who was head of state there. Look, if you want to finish this people, the first and foremost thing is take their money from them, block food from going to that place. Don't let food enter. Don't let supplies enter. And then their money, even when the thing was over, give them 20 pounds. Let them be a vassal nation, a defeated people. They will never get themselves up again. But alas, today, the 20 pounds has become, you know, 20 million pounds for some of our people. I mean, the average Igbo man is self-resourceful, and they have gone through thick and thin. They have gone everywhere to make sure they survive because they know at one point in time they were an endangered species, you know. So it is a great thing, really, when this issue of uh, Biafra, the IPOB, came on. In fact, I would like to you, a lot of us were disappointed with Masob then. When Masob was on, and it seemed at a point that our leader then was Rike, for reasons best known for him, seemed to have become soft. Eventually, he became soft, like, he was no longer aware of the atrocities the Nigerian government caused our people. Suddenly, Wazirike became, you know, settled, so to speak, for better words. But we thank God too that from the ashes of Masob, our dear leader, great man, Nnamdi Kanu, resurrected and created the IPOB spirit. And IPOB has come to stay. IPOB came in and everybody screamed, Eureka! Finally, we have it. We have it. This is our own. This is real. This is real. So Nnamdi Kanu came with a real concept, determination, to put the Igbo man back on the pedestal of history. He knew that every Igbo man must identify with his own people. He knew the atrocities we suffered during the Biafran wars, the Civil War. He knew that the population was decimated. He knew what our sisters suffered, how they were raped, maimed, killed, some forcefully taken away. Today, when you go to places like Ebonyi State, some aspects of Enugu, you see families, Igbo families that have Hausa in-laws, Hausa bloods in them. These were our sisters who were captured during the war. And so Nnamdi Kanu came and said, no, this Masop thing wasn't what I believed in. I thought Masop was the final bus stop. But unfortunately, I don't know what is happening to my leader and colleague, was leaking. And so he started this airport thing. And with people like the Frank, our PM, uh, things had really taken a great shape. Yes, militancy was involved. Yes, there was better coordination. Yes, everything was highlighted and there was international recognition because they knew what they were doing and because they knew what they wanted. And so today, when some of us are happy, they have rekindled our spirit. They brought us back to believe that yes, there's a future for Igbo man. Indeed, Biafra is achievable. And so, despite horrors, the horrors we experienced in the past, despite all the atrocities committed against the Igbo and in the Igbo, we have put our mind, we have decided to put everything we have, you know, to ensure that Biafra is achieved. I'm happy today. I'm happy that we look up to Nnamdi Kanu as a leader. nationwide, worldwide, who will take us to the right direction. Yes, we are headed towards, the Canaan land. We are heading towards, the land of destiny. Biafra must be achievable and be achieved. We are looking forward to that. Any Igbo man who says he's not part of Biafra, that is not looking forward to Biafra, such a person is in deceit. He doesn't know his history. When you know what was done to your grandfather, when you know what was done to your father, when you know what was done to your grandmother, when you know what happened to your sisters, your mothers, how in the public a pregnant woman's tummy was ripped open and the fetus brought out. Oh my God. When young ladies were raped, maimed, and taken into slavery, you would know that you have nothing to do with this country called Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed country. Nigeria does not want you to survive. Nigeria is looking forward to your death. Forget all the hypocrisy. Forget all the manipulations. Forget all the propaganda. Nigerians look at the Igbo as a defeated nation, as people who should not be trusted. And so every Igbo man should clamor around, you know, Nnamdi Kanu. We must fight for his release. We must fight for the achievement of the Biafra nation. Yes, we must do everything possible to ensure that Biafra is a reality. Except you don't know your history, except you don't know where you're coming from. If you don't know your history, if you don't know where you're coming from, you won't know where you're going. I believe the Igbo man has enough sense to know that this is where we're headed. This is our destiny. This is our hope. This is our future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you to you. The thanks be unto you for sharing your stories with us. My fellow Biafrans, there you have it. There you have it. First-hand account, an eyewitness account. When they say go and get your sources, sometimes it is good to have a primary source. Let the whole world hear what this man is saying. That is his story. That is his song. That's the life he's been dealing with since 1967 up till 1970. You can hear the pain in his voice. The children you saw with Kwashoko. I have presented to you one of the living eyewitnesses. You can see the pain, the shock. When he's speaking about his story, his voice, the change. When I called him on the phone, he was sounding lively. But when he's making this video, his voice changes. You can feel the pain. You can feel the agony. You can see he's trying to relieve what he went through back in the 60s. That is the nonsense that zoo government, zoo Nigeria, the contraption has put us through. My fellow Biafrans, this is what those that lived during the war they went through. Which is why I'm saying never again. This year, when our Prime Minister, His Excellency Obatobie Agunechemba, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, when he declares Biafra, I'll be one of those who will stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side with the dragon. Whatever he's ready to do, I will do with him. Because I don't want my children to go through this. When you hear the voice, you can feel the pain. He is reliving it. I told him not to continue, but he said no. This is helping him like therapy. So expect more videos from this man. Expect more war stories, more testimony, more eyewitness account, more first-hand sources coming from our brother, the Biafran golden child. Lord have mercy. Because when we say this and they say, oh, these boys, they are small boys, we did not see the war. We are acting on a youthful exuberance. We didn't see the war. That's why we are talking the way we are talking. Today, we have presented to you those that were in the war, those that saw the war, those that were vulnerable during the war. The UN and said, no women, no kids. But your zoo government, they put hands on these children. They gave them kwashoko. Awolowo said, stop the food, barricade the food, going to the land of Biafra. And somehow they still want us to forget about all that. If not because we are loving people, we are kind people, we are children of God. If I was living in the Western world and white people, they did my people what they did to us in the land of Biafra, I will never see myself trusting any white man. I will never see myself buying or doing business with a white man. I will never see myself marrying into the family of the white man. But the Biafrans, despite all what we went through, because we are good people, we are children of God, we forgot about all that. Look at us now. They marry for the hands of the Yorubas. We stay in the land of Yoruba. We do business with them. We marry them. We eat their food. We eat their amala, egusi, oferi raw, obe, everything with the eat them because that's who we are. But the cabal, what Nzogu did to them since the 1960s, till today, they say, do not trust the Biafran man. The Fulani, what happened? Nzogu that lived in Kaduna, he was born in Kaduna, his parents, they grew in Kaduna, he speaks the Kaduna language or whatever, the Hausa or whatever you want to say. He speaks that language, his parents, they died in Kaduna, he joined the military in Kaduna, but they still somehow blame it on the Igbos. Till this day, the Fulani man, the Hausa Fulani, they have not forgiven us. Despite when you go deeper, when you do a deep dive, you will see that even the man Nzogu, Kaduna Nzogu, he's from Delta State. Today, the Delta, they will tell you, we are not the Igbos. So those in Delta, when you ask them now, they say, no, we are not the Igbos. In fact, the Zoo government, they have claimed that the Igbos, the Eastern or the Southeast, is only 5 states. The old Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia. Yet, they are holding us for the sins of Nzogu, a man from Delta State. Do you now get it? But we that Awolowo told them, these people don't barricade the food. How can you be feeding them? Stop with their money. Block all their money in their banks and you barricade the food. Once you barricade the food, they will be hungry. Once they are hungry, they will drop the guns down and beg you for mercy. They will beg for mercy. That would have been the first time where a soldier at war, military men at war, a country at war, they would drop down their guns, their ammunitions and everything and they beg for mercy. Ebin Pawao, we are hungry. Ebin Pawao. But as the God of Biafra will have it, today we are singing a new song. And those who did that to us, they are the ones crying to today, we are hungry. Ebin Pawao. How wonderful is the God of Biafra? That was the plan of Awolowo. Because he was surprised. They released him from Calabar. He was arrested in Calabar. He came to see a girlfriend in Calabar. And you know those girls for Calabar, their skin they find well, light skin babes. When I went to Calabar and Akwa Ibom, I almost did not come back. Because the women there, they are special. They are very beautiful. I almost did not come back. They taught me their language. I was singing for a church and they taught me their language. The girls, they taught me. They say, please don't go back. Oh. I can't look there and say, whoa, okay. I came with a song then. I said, Emesereo, abadiyeo, umponkpeo, umpoyibao, umpoyiba, untokpoyiba, unsokpoyiba, untokpoyibao. Emesereo, umu Akwa Ibom, emesere, abadiye, umponkpeo, umpoyibao, umpoyiba, unsokpoyiba, untokpoyiba, unsokpoyibao. Emesereo, umu Akwa Ibom, emesere. Oh my God. If not because the company that sent me to the oil company in Akwa Ibom, in Eket, Mobile oil station back then. I had to go back to report. I could have stayed in Africa then because the women were very, very good. Hospitality, they are nice. So Awolowo felt the hospitality. He said, he stayed. During the war, he went back to go and see his girlfriend. And they caught him. They caught him. Ojukwu went and said, okay, go on and all this thing. They are saying that they left you here, but me, I will release you, because then we were in control of the eastern region. Rufai Oseni, let me lecture you, because when you said this story, you said it was Gowon that released him. I am telling you, Rufai Oseni, we were at war during that time, and we were in control of the eastern region. So there was no way Gowon will come from the north and come and release Awolowo in Calabar. We were in control of the eastern region, and I believe you know your geography very, very well. Rufai Oseni, you claim to be the best journalist. They say you are the best in Nigeria. Today, I am lecturing you. Go back to your textbook and change that note when you write. Gowon did not release Awolowo. It was Ojukwu. We knew where he was. They could have killed him there if that's who we are. But Ojukwu said, go and release him and bring him to me. They brought Awolowo to Ojukwu. Awolowo said, please, man. In fact, as I'm going back to the southwest, as I'm going to the western region, I am telling them to get ready. Let us leave because it's not working. I am telling them to get ready. Trust me, Ojukwu. If I get to the western region, I am telling my people, the Yorubas, to get ready. Ojukwu was very, very happy with him. Booked him a flight. Awolowo got to the western region. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, as he got there, Gowon was at the airport waiting for Awolowo. There are pictures. Last year, I showed a picture of them shaking hands at the airport. He told him, how come they did not kill you? What did happen now? How come they free you? What's the discussion? Awolowo, being a very smart man, he now said, look, Gowon, forget that story. Why are you guys still fighting them? And their soldier, they are looking very, very fresh. Food is coming from the north to the Biafra land. From the southwest, from the middle belt, they are getting their tomatoes, their crayfish, their onions. What is happening? They are enjoying there. Barricade the food supply. And I promise you, they will drop their guns down. They are very nice people. They will drop their guns down and begging for mercy. They will be hungry and they will drop their guns down. So Awolowo was the one that gave Gowon that idea. But we, the Biafra, till this day, we are saying we don't have any problem with the Yorubas because we know he was at the point of death. What do you expect him to say? Only a man that holds himself will say, yes, I told them, all die and I die. If you want to kill me, make it by me. But he chose the other route. So technically, he played both sides. You see him? So I'm saying that to let you know, see, for the fact we people, we the Biafrans, we still marry from the Yoruba side. We still eat their food. We appreciate their culture. We are still best of friends with them. That is the nature of the Biafran man. We are good people. Unlike the Hausa, till this day, they are blaming the Biafrans. They are, oh my God, hi! They asked us to apologize for what Kaduna Nziogu. Somebody, they were happy to call him Kaduna. His nickname, oh my God, the Fulanis were calling him Kaduna Nziogu. Not we, now them, they call him Kaduna Nziogu. Think about that. That's who we are. We are good people. Just like the name Biafra. Bia means come. Fra means near. Biafra, come near. Come close. Come abode. Come and stay. Come and succor. Come and relax. You are welcome. Come to me. Come and eat. Come to my land. Come to my country. Come and do business. We are open for business. That is who we are. We are God's people. In the Bible, God said, come unto me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I will give you rest. Come to me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That's the meaning of Biafra. During those days now, you will go for miles, you'll be trekking. During those days, there was no, in fact, there was nothing, there was no car then now. Not trekking now. So as you are trekking, as the foreigner is trekking, you get to the land, you see Biafra. They say, come and take food and eat. Come and drink some clothes. Come and drink some water. Come and chop food. Come and dress up. Come and shower. Come abode. Come and stay with us. We are good people. That's why even after the war, when you look around, it is the Biafran people that went to all the whole different states to do business. We believed in their one Nigeria that they lied to us. Even though they lied to us about one Nigeria, now we still go around building businesses everywhere. But them, they say no. No business. Let's call it a spade. No business of the Hausa, the Fulani, is in the land of Biafra. You can't even compare the ratio. The ratio of business between the Biafrans, in other states and those from other states in the land of Biafra. You can't compare the ratio. Talk about buying of houses. You can't compare it. It is incomparable. We trusted them. We believed in no victor, no vanquish. But today, we have heard the account of our brother, the Biafran golden child, the real Biafran golden child, not that idiot in Germany or where that boy is that calls himself the Biafran child. Shame on him. That small boy that didn't see the Biafran war, he called himself the Biafran child. Shame on that fool. Today, I have presented to you the real Biafran golden child. Even from his voice, you can feel the pain when he's reliving the trauma. Telling you his story, he is reliving the trauma. You could tell from his voice. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Prime Minister, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Biafra, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Pentecost, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Dragon, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Jachụ ndị Nzama, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, 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 ike Dragon, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Prime Minister, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, ike Pentecost, ike dị n'ụdị n'ụdị, Dragon ka ị ga-eso, ma ọ na-eje ma ọ na-ana, Dragon ka ị ga-eso. My dragon ka ị ga-eso. Money jeje monana dragon ka ị ga-eso. MNK 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 ka ị ga-eso. Money jeje monana MNK ka ị ga-eso. MNK 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 ka ị ga-eso. Money jeje monana MNK ka ị
Thank you,
ga-eso.
brother.